Hi guys, I'm Ghost Jones, and welcome back to the Ghost Jones YouTube channel. In light of recent events, I thought that it'd be great for me to give you guys some story times on me getting dumped. Yay! Typically, you would want to dump someone, but you would want someone to let you know that they don't want to be with you anymore. You don't want to sit there in like a long-ass relationship with someone who halfway loves you. You know, in the words of Marvin Gaye, or Babyface, is definitely Marvin Gaye. A one-way love is just a fantasy. Okay, so the first time I got dumped, this was by like literally my first ever real boyfriend. Like, go figure. I was like 17 at the time and he was like 22, maybe even 23. I cannot remember exactly how old he was, but I know that he was old enough to own and operate his own vehicle as well as purchase alcohol. And he had a job a little bit. So like, you know, he had money to take us out on dates. So this is like the summer going into my senior year. So I'm literally having like this love affair, this spring fling, if you will, with this man. And he like hits me with, I want to get back with my ex, you know, like he just recently came back in my life, so you gotta go. And for me, my world literally came crashing down. I had put so much stock into this person that I really didn't even need to, like, for it to end like that. Because, you know, when you're that young, you think that you're going to be with somebody forever. When I think about it, I thought he was this fly guy, but he really just ended up being a Buster. And I say that because I literally would give him gas money. Like, I would like lie to my mom and be like, oh, I'm about to go spend the night at my friend's house or whatever, and literally be out of town with him because he lived 30 minutes away, spending the weekend with him, you know what I'm saying? Like ditching my little friends. Fast forward to a couple months later, he hits me up and is like, oh, you know, everything didn't work out with him or whatever. Like, do you want to get back together? And my dumb ass does it again. And the same ish happened. Me and him, we hung out the night before move-in day, okay? Because he meant that much to me. This time, he tries to get me to literally not go to move-in day, like just kind of ditch school and be with him. He tells me, he's like, oh, like, you know, I don't really feel like school is for you or whatever. Like, I think that, you know, you're kind of like a free spirit like me. And, you know, you just don't need to do school. And I'm like, no, how dare you? I'm going to school. I'm going to go be whatever I thought I wanted to be at the time. I hate you, Jody. So at that time, we broke up. We was done. Then literally a few weeks later, one of my friends is like, oh, I'm dating this amazing guy. His name is Redacted. I'm like, what? Huh? So I didn't say anything to my friend because he wasn't a person that I wanted to really be with. Plus, I didn't know the seriousness of their relationship. Call me a bad friend, whatever. He ends up finding out that I know him, and the guy literally trashed my name to him so bad that he was like, if this is how you speak about people in your past, I don't want to be a part of this. And he broke up with him. Second time having a breakup. This dude, he tells me that he is bisexual. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. Like, I don't mind, you know, a bi guy. It's not my thing, but do what you do. Like, I mean, you're interested in me, right? So I don't really care about whatever. Mind you, he's a preacher. One day, he sends me a text while I'm at work, y'all, and is like, so, you know, I'm a preacher and I just feel like I can't do this. Like, my life is not aligned with Christ or whatever. And he hits me with that, I'm gonna go be straight. You be blessed. I am at work. Like, do not break my heart while I'm out here making slushies, okay? Like, I am serving corn dogs, I'm serving strawberry limeades, lemon berry slushes, and then I get a text on my phone that my man don't want to be with me no more, and I'm over here bagging up onion rings. My heart is hurting. So y'all, I kid you not, I go on break. I was just like, look, guys, I gotta go sit down. I was like, I just got some horrible, terrible news. I just lost my man to Jesus. Like a month and a half later, he hits me back up and he's like, oh, like, what's good? Like, let's hang out. So we hang out, i.e., he comes over to my house and I'm like, oh, so what are you gonna do about the church? Huh? People like that, they're always having like a constant struggle. They're always fighting like an uphill battle with who they are. Just a piece of advice to anybody who may be younger than me that's watching this video. If you try to date a clergyman, don't do it, because it's gonna be some shit. We end up back dating, like heavy this time. Like, I mean, like, he's spending the night in my house. Like, my mama is dead ass asleep and we in here making love, child. We touching, hugging, loving, kissing, rubbing. You know what I'm saying? Like, we doing all of that. I hope that my sister is not watching this video, but there was a trip that they took, my mom and my sister, and they were gone for a week. And I kid you not, this boy spent the night at my house for all 7 days. Well, really 6 days, because the 7th day you gotta get out. And what does he do besides break my heart again? And this time, I don't even remember what happened. I think somebody like died or something, and he just went ballistic on me. Like, he said so many hurtful things. I was just like, wow. And he sends me like this ugly ass long ass message. And I was on the phone with my friend at the time, who I'm no longer friends with, so I will not say their name. And I literally started crying. Like, oh my God, it was horrible. Whew. And then when was the third time I got dumped? I guess this third person, we really weren't together, but we were dating. Like, we weren't in a relationship, but we were dating. It was when I first moved to Atlanta. What happened? So, like, we were talking for some time, and then he hits me with, oh, I don't want to be with you because you're a socialite. Huh? Now, at the time, I didn't know nearly as many people as I know in Atlanta now. And even at this point, I kind of still don't consider myself a socialite. I do know a good grip of people, and that's great. But I don't think that I'm known for being friends with people. But he says that, and he does this to me while I'm at work too. And at the time, I worked at a clothing store, so I'm over here folding clothes, doing my go backs, okay? And I'm over here losing my man at the same time. Damn, can y'all respect me? Can y'all at least wait till the end of my shift to stop talking to a bitch, to break up with somebody? Like, god damn, y'all are just gonna keep breaking my heart on the clock. And that one really threw me for a loop. And this is why. Because you knew the type of person that I was before we even got to this point. We some way, somehow get back into contact with each other. And we start back talking again. Oh, I don't pay attention to red flags. Clearly, I do not stop at the stop sign. I just cannot get enough. This time I'm like, okay, like, we've come back together. So clearly at this point, A, I'm a socialite. B, you know how I feel about you. C, I know how you feel about me. D, why would we try to do this again if we're not gonna try to like actually do it to it? Okay, like, be together. I had went to his house or whatever, then I went to work, And then he was like, oh, well, when you get off of work, like, you know, you can come over and you can spend the night because you're off of work tomorrow and I'm off work tomorrow too. And I was like, okay, cool. I was like, but just to let you know, tonight is the night of a full moon, so I have to do all of my full moon rituals, whatever those may be, okay? Cleaning crystals, cleaning my space, bathing myself. I said, so those may take a little bit of time, but if you don't mind that, I will come over afterwards. Probably isn't the best thing to do now that I think about it, like in hindsight. He was like, oh, okay. He was like, you know, you don't really have to come over. He was like, but, you know, when you finish, just let me know. Okay, so what ended up happening was I literally like fell asleep. I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like, you know, I fell asleep like after meditating, whatever. And he didn't say anything. Like, he didn't reply. I was like, okay, like it's relatively early in the morning, so I get it. Like, he might really be asleep. So then he doesn't reply for like a couple days. And then when he finally does reply, it's because I said something like triggering. You know how like sometimes like to get a response from somebody, you just like throw some shit out there, you know, you be like, you don't love me, like I fucking hate you, like if this is how you're gonna be, then let's just be done. But that's not really what you want. You just want them to like reply to you. So I said like some fly shit. To me, it was just like, okay, well, you told me I didn't really have to come, and I ended up not showing up. And then I tell you why I don't show up, and I send you a text message and I apologize for not showing up, but that's not enough for you? I don't get it. In the end, I really am kind of happy that I've gotten dumped all of those times. It's made me be a hell of a lot more practical about dating. Whoever I'm dating, I expect us to get somewhere, but I'm not expecting a happily ever after with anything anymore. I think that just having, you know, those high expectations for a person without the time and the trials and tribulations put in on it, it's just honestly unrealistic. I don't start to look for a relationship until we get more time invested, just because clearly even when you have time invested, shit goes south. Like, you live and you learn, and then you find what you want and you don't want, and what wants and what doesn't want you. And when you figure all of that out, I feel like that's when you finally find the perfect person. Basically, dating is like we're all just in a big ass food court trying samples. Some of us more than others, but we're all still trying shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm out here eating a little Chinese food, and you know, I'm trying a little slice of pizza over here, having the fries down there. I might go over there, have a little milkshake. You know, you just kind of, you surveying the land. You have to expect that the other person that you're dealing with is experiencing and doing the same exact thing. I just feel like, you know, people grow and feelings change. I mean, just because you guys are breaking up doesn't mean that the feelings that you had back then weren't real. They were real. That was how you felt at the time. And now you've had an epiphany. You've been through some things with this person. Maybe you've been through some things in your personal life, and you just see that this may or may not be the person that I actually want to be with, and that I kind of want to further explore life with. Hopefully you were able to laugh at my pain and got some advice in there a little bit here at the end. You know, some nuggets to take home with you. You get it? Because we're in the food court, we're trying samples, nuggets. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let's get down here in the comment section and let's talk about our experiences with relationships. And I mean, we may all find some similarities in what we have going on. But other than that, I will talk to you guys later. Peace.